All right, so this is my lunchtime for Raimundo, and I had some interesting thoughts in the last few days, partially because of things I've been interested in that have changed quite dramatically, um, and things that are going on at work too as well, and just general things in general, I guess. So the reason why. So right now it's actually lunchtime for me, and obviously I'm just going through my intermittent fasting period right now. So basically I skip breakfast, and I'm even skipping lunch today. Gonna have a more hearty dinner, but anyway, I just wanted to come by here for lunch, just to enjoy the scenery, getting some biophilia. And I know I haven't responded to some people lately in the last week or so because of certain things that I've been caught up with. Just the regular busyness of everything, right? So, but I had an interesting thought as I was going through things. I'm about to respond to people and stuff like that. Just have to get around to it. And oh, that's right. Another thing I wanted to update you on is that I ran my first 10K on last Sunday, and I got fourth place out of 60 people, and that was reassuring because I didn't know what place I was going to get into, but how do I put this? And the placement doesn't really generally matter, but to see that I'm in the top of whatever, of something related to physique or whatever, is kind of reassuring. It means that I'm probably doing something right, because I wanted to do this about 2 years ago, but I can imagine that I would have utterly failed. Well, I wouldn't say utterly failed, but just my expectation would have been completely wrong in terms of the outcome of the run. I just would have thought I was a lot faster than what I really was, and I didn't really know what I would have had to do. So back then, I didn't understand that breathing was a big part of it, and now I just have to breathe. Sometimes I close my eyes, exhale, breathe, through my nose, and exhale, and that helps tremendously for me to keep going on my run and to not slow down and just keep going. It's almost like you're finding inner peace through the cortisol that gets released as you're putting a lot of stress on your muscles as you're running. But anyway, to the point of this video, I wanted to explain that sometimes in certain fields you have different kinds of expertise that can solve the same kind of problem. So for example, in structural engineering, I'm finding that my factual or my sensory knowledge is very is lacking. I have some, but it's not. I don't use it on a day-to-day basis to make judgments towards structural engineering. Instead, I'm more mathematical about it, and I use what makes logical sense based off of information that's theoretically correct. So for example, let's say if somebody were to say, okay, well, repair this piece of wood that's been damaged or whatever. Well, somebody with the factual knowledge and that's not as theoretical would try to find ways to basically factually describe the condition of that. It would be more of a forensic problem, and I'm not into forensics as much, I'm discovering. And you would explain how the wood, the condition of the wood, and how that translates into whether it's adequate or not. Whereas on a theoretical basis, with doing mechanics and stuff like that, you could say, well, I don't really care about what the wood is experiencing, how the facts of it. What I do know is that if I put another piece of wood there, that in its perfect state, assuming it's a perfect state, we can it's an equivalent repair that will repair it regardless of the condition of the wood. So, and obviously someone might fight back and say, well, shouldn't you look into that, right? And obviously somebody will want to look at pictures to see that, oh, well, maybe it's just a part of it that's not that bad. In the same light, and this is not just structural engineering, you could also apply this to, for example, nutrition. And it's kind of weird because, I've been thinking about that a little bit more. Nutrition, health, let's see what else. And they seem like the same, but there's many other fields. Music can also be kind of similar in a sense, because, for example, if you're trying to figure out how to make the best sound, you might have certain soft characteristics of the sound, but you could also impose your understanding of different frequencies and different tones, like actual numerical tones that would go along with what you're thinking. And you might come up with the same answer. Two people with different thoughts. And same thing with nutrition. If somebody understands things based off of facts and sensory information, they might arrive at the same conclusion and the same result as somebody following a different type of solution involving, say, for example, counting calories or counting a certain type of thing. So you might have a qualitative way of doing something, and I would say an example of that would be, for example, maybe you might say, well, I know that by, spending 2 hours at the end of the day, maybe it releases some melatonin, but I could just kind of meditate. That's going to cause me to be relaxed and probably lose 2 pounds in 2 weeks or something. I don't know, do that every day. But at the same time, you could also say, somebody can also come in and say, well, maybe if you just limit the amount of carbs you're having, or maybe if you have you can decide to have a certain number of dark chocolate with olive oil or something like that. That will create the same calmness and will give you the same answer, will give you the same result. So I just thought I would share this thought, because I think there's several solutions to the same problem, and you might be thinking that you're a dumbass or completely ignorant because you don't have one kind of solution when someone else presents another. So I just thought I would say that. Thanks for watching. And check out this amazing hiking area. Or it's really just like a river path. It's called Hagen Park. I've posted this several times before, maybe 2 times, maybe in the last 5 years. But anyway, thanks for watching.